welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Toronto FC 1, Philadelphia Union 2, MLS 2025, Week 16. Toronto FC loses 2-1 to the Philadelphia Union. Unfair result, heartache result. This one was painful. Their first Tobias time result of the season. Heartbreaker. They could have won this one. They had the lead. And frankly, Fraser made substitutions that threw it away. You got to do better than that. This one's on Fraser, honestly. If anything, this one's on him. I'll be real. The team did pretty well. They did pull off the gas, but those subs definitely helped with that. Halftime, 0-0. First half, I thought it was pretty even. Yeah, Philly had their chances. Toronto had their chances. Toronto got more chances. As the first half went on, they got more chances. But you sit here and you're like, well, they weren't so bad. They were actually solid. Yeah, Philly had their moments. Philly had moments to show that, yeah, they are the number one seed in the East so far. And yeah, makes sense that it's at least 0-0 and they've had their moments, but we've been solid. It's been pretty close. And you look at it, you're like, you know what? We could get this one. And then the second half, they have the lead. 75th minute, Ulla Brynhildsen scores. Defense switches off for the Philadelphia Union. Ulla Brynhildsen makes them pay, makes the run, puts it over Andre Blake. Bar down, 1-0. Beautiful goal for Brynhildsen. And you're like, damn, Toronto might win this game. It's only 15 minutes to go. Well, we're talking about Toronto FC here. You probably shouldn't have said that, but even I did. I was like, wow. They've actually been solid. They scored the first goal. They could get this one. And honestly, they should have. But then they fixed what wasn't broken. They made 2 subs. And here, 87th minute, corner kick taken, ball crossed in. Nathan Harriel gets the header past Sean Johnson to make it 1-1. They really could have met that header, jumped for it, and put it out of danger, but they didn't. And it's 1-1. 90+2, bad clearance by Charlie Sharp. Falls back to Kai Wagner. Kai Wagner takes the shot. Bad deflection off a Longstaff who had just gotten subbed in. 1-2. Past Sean Johnson, 1-2. There was nothing Sean could do about it. Horrible deflection to take. And it's 1-2. Florida. Not Florida. Yeah, I'm watching the Florida-Carolina game. Philadelphia. There we go. Gets the win 1-2. I mean, the Florida Panthers do play like the Philadelphia Flyers, but we're talking about the Union, so I don't know. Either way, I'm going to keep it. I don't care. I'm not editing that out. 1-2. 1-2 for the Union, and honestly, it's a heartbreaking loss for Toronto. They should have at least got a point out of this game. I think it's unfair, a harsh result for it to be a loss. But Fraser threw this game away. This wasn't the players throwing it away more than Fraser did. Fraser made 2 subs that he shouldn't have made. It wasn't broken, so why fix it? I know we have a game on Saturday, but you got to figure that, hey, we got to get points. And this team is playing solid enough to where we can keep the points if we don't make these subs. Rosted coming in helped cause a goal instead of Monlouis. Monlouis should have stayed in. Longstaff coming in caused a goal. Should have let it be, right? But you don't fix what's not broken. And he fixed what was not broken. And that's what caused this loss. Let's be real. Now, of course, you can learn from Philly, but we'll get there. Full-time 1-2. Full-time stats, 9 shots of 14. 4 shots on goal to 6. 42% possession to 58% possession. 275 pass to 376. 68% pass accuracy to 68% pass accuracy. 13 fouls to 17. 2 offside to 3. 0 yellow cards to 2. 0 red cards to 0. 3 corners to 9. Here's the thing. One thing we could learn from Philly here is if you have a chance to take a shot, shoot! Sometimes, you know what helps you score when you can't score? You take a shot. Maybe it'll deflect in. Maybe you'll beat the goalie, weirdly enough. You take a shot from distance. You shoot more. You try to test the goalie. If you're going to try to walk the ball in or make the perfect cross, that's part of your offensive problems. Take the damn shot. Shoot the ball. Sometimes if you shoot from distance, it'll deflect in horribly, or you'll beat the goalie anyway, inexplicably. That's what you should learn from Florida here. Take the damn shot. Even though you probably should have been learning that lesson for most of the freaking years, the past 3 or 4 years, take the damn shot. You have players who can take them, so why not? But other than that, I mean, Fraser, this is on him. Those are horrible substitutions laid on. Horrible substitutions. He tried to fix what wasn't broken to hold the result, and it blew up in his face. These players, yeah, they pulled off the gas, but Jesus, man. Ulla Brynhildsen did his job. He actually scored a goal. And people won't even think about that because Toronto blew it. And they finally had a Tobias time game. They have not allowed a goal in second half stoppage time at all this year until tonight. This was the one. And you look at it and you're like, well, damn. Well, that's heartbreaking. I feel like Toronto at least deserved a point. I feel like they deserved a point. A loss is heartbreaking. Maybe they deserve it because of their manager, but the players don't deserve a loss. In the end, you needed the points. You don't fix what's not broken. If you're winning a game with the players that are on the pitch, if you could keep them going for the rest of the game with the position you were in, you do it. You do it. Forget Saturday. You get the points now. If you get the points Saturday, well, it didn't bite you in the ass. If you don't, so be it. But you need points. You can't just throw away 3 points, let alone 2. You have to figure this out, and you didn't. This was 3 points lost. This was 3 points lost, for sure. Like most of our losses, you can't really say it was 3 points lost. There was never a chance in hell they'd win those games. This was 3 points lost. These are going to hurt. When you have a lead like that, you got to convert. You have to convert a point, if not all 3. And you didn't. And that's the problem here. Toronto was pretty solid tonight. Philly, we're Philly. They're not going to give up. But you can't make the subs that you made and think you're going to hold on. These are players that get feasted on. Rosted gets feasted on more than Monlouis. Longstaff gets feasted on. And you're going to make those subs when all you have to do is just hold out for 15 minutes? 20 minutes? No. You don't fix what's not broken. You let it go. If it gets broken by Philly, so be it. Maybe we weren't going to win anyway. If you don't fix what's not broken. But if you fix what's not broken, you're going to lose, and we lost. Because you add things that are broken to fix what's not broken. Where are we? Horrible performance from the manager, horrible substitutions, and a horrible ending. Simple as. With that being said, that was trash, Fraser. That was trash. That's on you. With that being said, man of the match. I mean, Phillies is Robin Fraser because he handed them the game. Toronto, honestly, yeah. Yeah, Robin Fraser, because honestly, he had handed Philadelphia the game. He was the one who put his finger on the scale, and there you go. So yeah, no. We'll use a joke entry because I don't know who else to put it. With that being said, yeah, that was horrible. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Friday for a prediction of the Champions Cup final. Cruz Azul versus Vancouver. We will predict that on Friday. We are off tomorrow, and we have a big Saturday as well. Going to be a crazy couple of days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mostly Saturday. But we will see you. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.